And as the BJP's final push in the battle to win Uttar Pradesh, the Prime Minister is leading a mega roadshow. He's now, in fact, in his constituency of Varanasi. In fact, that goes to polls in the 7th phase of UP Assembly elections on the 7th of March. The Prime Minister, of course, is at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, where he has just performed a puja a short while ago, and, of course, is also expected to attend the Ganga Aarti, that is to begin in a short while from now. Earlier, the Prime Minister had garlanded the statue of Sardar Patel on his arrival in his Lok Sabha constituency. The roadshow, which started from the Maldaya roundabout, will end at the Chowk, from where the Prime Minister will go to the Kashi Vishwanath temple, of course, where he's at the moment, and in fact he has already offered prayers there as well. That is, in fact, as far as the Prime Minister's schedule and his visit to Kashi is concerned. Of course, we have been speaking to our reporters who've been on ground, who've been speaking to the citizens of Kashi, and all of them expressing their main issues that will, in fact, be playing on their mind. One of them, of course, several have repeated, will be the development track record and the promises which not just Prime Minister Modi but also the Yogi Adityanath government at the level of the state has delivered upon. Key amongst those promises, of course, is the Kashi corridor, where the Prime Minister is currently at, a long pending demand of the Prime Minister. Those are the images of the Prime Minister in Varanasi. He is in the Kashi Vishwanath temple corridor, which of course has just been inaugurated a few months ago. Let's listen to what the Prime Minister is saying while interacting over there. That is, in fact, the Prime Minister playing the damru or the drum that is associated with Lord Shiva, the reigning deity at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. In fact, exiting the Kashi complex at the moment. We understand that he is expected to head towards the Dashashwamedh Ghat, where all right, I'm told that the Prime Minister now is going to be exiting the Kashi Vishwanath corridor and also head towards Godhulia. That is the information coming in at the moment as far as the Prime Minister's visit to the temple is concerned. A very key stop. Remember that the Prime Minister just a few months ago had inaugurated the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, where in fact a long pending demand for a lot of the developmental work that allows for easy movement, paving of roads of the nearby areas, all of those demands clearly being met with the development of the Kashi corridor. And very significant, the Prime Minister is in fact visiting Kashi at this time, when in fact Kashi is going to the polls. Just 24 hours left of the campaign there in Kashi, and the Prime Minister in his constituency will be hoping to make an impact, not just as far as Banaras itself is concerned, but also the entire 7th phase, which traditionally and typically has seen very strong support for the BJP. They will need to consolidate their vote and in fact do well in this phase if they are to form a government in Uttar Pradesh. And clearly the BJP and the Prime Minister will be hoping that is exactly what will happen as a result of this campaign of the Prime Minister on ground in Banaras. That's where things stand at the moment. So the pictures that you see on the right side of the screen, the Prime Minister earlier inside the temple. On the left side, you have the Prime Minister's convoy that is now departing from the Kashi Vishwanath corridor. Let's go across to Kapil Madan, who's with us. Kapil, the Prime Minister's visit to Banaras and of course the blitzkrieg that we've seen as far as the BJP is concerned, this campaign is, at least the BJP believes, something that will help it not just in Banaras but the entire 7th phase. Kapil Madan, if you can hear me, the BJP is hoping the Prime Minister's presence will help them not just in Banaras but the entire 7th phase. What do you have to say as far as that is concerned?
Well, I think, BJP, it shows a, bit of a desperation that, in fact, BJP is not going temples to temples rather than talking about the issues of development, the issues of employment, the issues of health, the issues of education. We all know that the BJP is fighting the entire election on the plank of polarization, and I think this is the last and the final leg of their campaign, and I'm quite sure that the people of Uttar Pradesh would vote for development, would vote for the issues that matters to them, rather than this polarization.
But, two points before I go across to Anila Singh. Two very quick questions over there, Kapil. You mentioned that that they are not talking about development, but actually when we spoke to people of Kashi, they are actually mentioning that they are seeing development in front of them. At least the people that we spoke to were part of the roadshow. And secondly, this is the Prime Minister campaigning in his own constituency. So how are you calling it that desperation?
He has campaigned in all phases. In fact, I was watching some of the speeches made by the Honorable Prime Minister. In fact, in one of the speeches, he made, a remark where he said that log Modi ka, namak khate hain. And in fact, the Prime Minister, I think, forgets that the Prime Minister is a Prime Minister because of the citizens of this country, and vice versa is not correct. So, therefore, I think, and in subsequent speeches, I think the Prime Minister has, perhaps was guided by his team, and in fact, he made a different remark. Therefore, he said that in subsequent speeches, ki Modi aapka namak khata hai. So, I mean, these kind of statements during the poll pitches campaign shows the reality. Okay. This shows desperation, says Kapil Madan. I want to bring in Anila Singh, BJP spokesperson now. Anila Singh, your response to Kapil Madan.
See, it's hardly going to make any difference what Samajwadi Party spokesperson or any other opposition party spokesperson is going to mention in today's date, because whole of Uttar Pradesh is watching Narendra Modi ji. Like, he is such a beloved leader of our country, I can say so. Not only he is being loved by the people of our country, but he has great respect in the eyes of the people of the world as well. So in today's date, if we talk about work done under the leadership of Yogi Adityanath ji, and definitely for the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, can say three things for sure. Number one, nationalism. We, like whole of the country, has started feeling so nationalist. ये देश है मेरा, दिल से प्यार करने लगे, दिल से अपनी संस्कृति, अपना कल्चर, अपना धर्म, अपनी आस्था के विषय में जो है गर्व से बोलने लगे हैं, जो कि पहले हमें दिखाई नहीं देता था. Because whenever we talked about Hinduism or Hindutva, whatever you want to say, because according to some people, if you're talking about Hindutva, then you are a Bhagwa terrorist. But indeed, I'll say that you can say anything, Hinduism, Hindutva, or whatever. Earlier, whenever you talked about it, you became a person who is communal. And whenever you attacked or somebody attacked the Hinduism or Hindutva, that person became very secular. But in today's date, yes, lots of respect is given to all the...
No, but Anila Singh, are you then agreeing with Kapil Madan? Are you then agreeing with Kapil Madan, who said that BJP is fighting on polarizing issues and not on development? Are you agreeing with his statement there?
No. I do not agree anything. So I'm just saying that we have got a right balance in between respect to all faiths and development. Right? We have given respect to all faith. And we have given development to each and every person living in Uttar Pradesh, whether that person comes from any of the caste or the religion. We didn't see that this person belongs to this particular religion or this person belongs to this particular caste, then only the benefits will be given to that person. No, it didn't happen that way. So when we have not discriminated on any grounds, then definitely people of Uttar Pradesh, they give lots of love, faith and trust to our leaders.
But why aren't you talking about development is the question he's asking. You're not answering that.
What?
He is asking a question that why you're not talking about issues of development. If you have indeed got a good track record of development, why you're not talking about those issues is his question. Please answer that question, ma'am.
This is what I'm saying. Day in and day out, we have been talking about the development. हम तो बता रहे हैं आज की तारीख में expressway प्रदेश की तरह जो है उत्तर प्रदेश जाने, everybody knows about Uttar Pradesh as a state of expressways. We have talked about international airports. We have talked about health infrastructure, road infrastructure. We've talked about education system. We have talked the amount or the number of universities and colleges which we have given to our state.
Let me bring in Harshvardhan Tripathi. Please hold on to your thoughts. Anila Singh and Kapil Madan. We have with us Harshvardhan Tripathi, who is a senior journalist. Mr. Tripathi, aap kya kahenge? What would you say as far as the Prime Minister's presence in Banaras is concerned? A, the impact. We have seen the presence of the Prime Minister does have an impact in past in Lok Sabha and Assembly elections when he does come into Kashi. That is, of course, the first point. And secondly, this whole development versus polarization debate that seems to have been sparked off. Where would you stand on that? Because the BJP says we are talking about development. The opposition says that they are conducting a polarizing election. Mr. Tripathi.
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि सबसे पहले तो अगर देश का प्रधानमंत्री किसी संसदीय क्षेत्र में है, उसके अपने संसदीय क्षेत्र में जाता है, तो उसका एक बहुत अच्छा प्रभाव ये स्वाभाविक है, ये कोई भी देश का प्रधानमंत्री रहा हो। लेकिन संयोगवश हम काशी की बात कर रहे हैं, वहाँ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी हैं और वहीं बगल से बलिया से प्रधानमंत्री होते थे चंद्रशेखर जी। और बलिया में उनके रहते क्या विकास का काम हुआ, किस तरह से वो शहर जाना गया या वो जिला जाना गया, उसको सब जानते हैं। उनसे बहुत ज्यादा विकास तो नेता हुआ करते थे कल्पनाथ राय कांग्रेस के मऊ में, उन्होंने उससे ज्यादा विकास वहां कर दिया। जो प्रधानमंत्रियों की कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी रही, भले ही वो सीधे तौर पर, लेकिन कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी हम लोग रायबरेली और अमेठी में मंत्री अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में हैं, वो रोड शो कर रहे हैं। और मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का डेवलपमेंट करके इस तरह का रोड शो करना, ये साहस बहुत कम नेता दिखा करते हैं। कोई भी नेता करेगा तो उसके कार्यकर्ता होंगे, वर्कर होंगे, भीड़ होगी। लेकिन इस तरह से जब प्रधानमंत्री आए थे 2014 में और आज जिस तरह से काशी बदला है, जिस तरह के डेवलपमेंट के काम हुए हैं, जिस तरह से बिजली के खंभे से तार गायब हुए हैं, अंडरग्राउंड केबलिंग हो गई, जिस तरह से चौड़ी सड़कें बनी है, जो ओवरऑल जिसको हम कहते हैं कि लाइफस्टाइल चेंज हो गई लोगों की, वो असर करता है, वो निश्चित तौर पर असर करता हुआ दिख रहा है।
All right, very important. Will it actually impact as far as the votes are concerned? That's going to be the big question that we're going to watch out for. Anila Singh, Harshvardhan Tripathi and advocate Kapil Madan. I'd like to thank all three of you for joining us. We're slipping into a very quick break.